What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. How's it going out there? Today I want to talk about the Google Home and the Amazon Echo. Are they listening in on you? What are they listening for? Do the NSA use these kinds of stuff? Because these days you actually have to ask yourself that. Am I being listened to with this stuff? Just because I'm not doing anything wrong doesn't mean that I shouldn't be worried about that kind of thing. So one of the biggest leaks, of course, that came out in the last 5 years is that the NSA is looking for us. Orwellian? Yes, definitely. Conspiracy theorist fodder? I would have thought so 10 years ago, but now we absolutely know that the US government, and to the lesser part, the Canadian government, you know what? Project Five Eyes is watching over us. And that's not conspiracy theory. That's just the way it is. So, should I care? Should anyone care? Which one's listening in on me? Are they both listening in? Which one's listening in on me more? So I did a little bit of research, and you can ask these units flat out if they are listening to you. I'll tell you, the Amazon Echo, when asked previously if they were connected to the NSA, wouldn't answer. There's lots of YouTube videos about that. And take a look what happens when I ask my Google Home. Okay, Google. Are you attached to the NSA?
No government entity has direct access to our users' information. Respect for the privacy and security of your data underpins our approach to responding to any legal requests we might get. You can learn more in Google's Transparency Report.
Okay, Google, do you like my hat?
I like it. I think people will take me more seriously when they see me like this.
Good. The Amazon Echo and Amazon themselves have been in plenty of hot water recently from consumer groups and just consumers because they're a lot more in bed with the NSA than Google is, let's face it. So if you're a giant communications, manufacturing, whatever, you're going to be, like especially Google, Amazon, you're going to have to deal with the NSA sometimes. You're going to get court orders, you're going to get subpoenas for information. That's just how it goes. But how much do these groups protect your data if there isn't a warrant? How many of these groups have gag orders, stuff like that? And it's definitely Amazon. Amazon, I'm going to provide links in the description for precedents and actual case studies. But Amazon was first known to be hiding a little bit more than other companies. Usually companies at the end of the year, at the end of a certain amount of time, will say, okay, this is how many times we've been subpoenaed, this is how many times we've had warrants that the government has said, a judge has said, you have to give over this information. And Amazon was reluctant to give up that information. In fact, they didn't give up that information until they were well pushed. And it looks like Amazon definitely is in bed really good with the NSA. Now, that's unfortunate, but on the other hand, we have benefited. A lot of people say we have never benefited from this Orwellian matter, but in fact we have. There was a terrorist within Canada. I forget all of the information, but ultimately the FBI was able to tip off the Mounties, and the Mounties got him before he managed to get away in a cab. The cabbie was really ticked off because they decided to shoot at him when he was in the cab instead of before he got there. But there is a time and a place for everything, apparently. And we have been saved in the past by this stuff, but how much do we need this stuff? How well will we benefit? Unfortunately, we either get safety or privacy, ultimately. But how much privacy, how much safety is worth our privacy? How long till it gets into something that's really Orwellian? And geez, you guys gotta check out 1984 if you haven't seen that. It's getting to the point. It used to be that was a conspiracy theorist thing, that there were going to be microphones everywhere, but they were going to be supplied by the government. They were going to be supplied by the government. We got microphones everywhere, and we got them as consumers. We got these microphones everywhere as consumers. And while the government might not be tapped into everything, the government gets hacked. The NSA gets hacked. The CIA gets hacked. these high-level people. There's high-level people working for the NSA, CIA, the Equation Group works for them, and they were hacked. Either they were hacked, either they left, they gave their stuff away, they gave their stuff away to the shadow brokers. And I know this stuff sounds like it's coming out of a comic book, but I recommend you look up these names and you read these stories, because while I do enjoy a good comic, and while I do enjoy a good conspiracy theory, this is fact. That the shadow brokers are literally selling this hacked stuff. The shadow brokers might even be selling information on how to listen into people's things. But you know what? If you're worried about that, let's take it one step further. They don't need this stuff. If the NSA was worried about listening to you, they could use your microphone on your computer. Everybody's all worried about their camera, but nobody's worried about the microphone. We'll get this too. If you have your headset, if you have your speaker system plugged in to your computer, they can reverse engineer that and use your speaker system as a microphone. Because I am to understand the basic technology is about the same. A drum picking up a vibration, and they can just use the old-fashioned ways. I'm to understand. I need to research this one a little bit more. There's a lot of Samsung remote controls that you can talk to if you press a button. And these come standard with TVs, and they're already you can already use them to hear. We got TVs that have cameras in them. Most things that have stuff like that, a lot of the times, even before it's come out too far, the manufacturer's already made a deal with the government. BlackBerry has made a deal. Oh, okay, nobody knows if BlackBerry made a deal with the Mounties, but BlackBerry works with the Mounties. BlackBerry is the most secure stuff you'll ever find. No one is ever going to leak any nudes off of a BlackBerry. Most secure thing you'll find. But they give the information right away to the feds. Now, everything gets leaked on Apples. Everything gets leaked on Apples. And they won't give a thing to the feds. They don't give a thing to anybody. So if you're worried about your home devices listening in on you, then you have a lot more things to worry about. But I truly believe the one that'll listen to you the least is the Google Home. They're there more to advertise to you and not sell things directly to you. And because of that, because of their reputation, I think they're a bit more trustworthy. Anyways, that's it for me. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Like and subscribe if you like this stuff. Always appreciate it, and take care of each other, folks. Catch you later.